is Deb here with Deb's Joyful Designs, and today I am going to show you how to make these adorable little chip bags. They're great for parties, like your kid's birthday party or just any sort of event like a graduation. They're perfect for. So you are going to need a couple things. You're going to need some inkjet paper. This is the one I use. Just any inkjet glossy paper will work well. You are going to need some of these like serrated edge type of scissors. If you can kind of see, it has the crisscross type there. And some sort of like glue tape, double-sided glue tape. These are really easy to use, but it does not have to be like exactly like this. And then for the final extra touch, you need a paper crimper, and I will link this one down below. It is so easy to use. I got it off Amazon. So let's get started. Alright, so I like to start out with using a template. These can be purchased off of Etsy. You can certainly make your own, but it is just so much faster if you just get one off of Etsy. They're usually pretty inexpensive. And I'm going to start here with adding a background to my design. We're going to use kind of a rainbow background for this, since it's dancing fruit themed and it has kind of all the colors of the rainbow. We're going to go with that. And you can kind of just pick whatever you like that goes with your theme. I do have Canva Pro, so you'll see those little icons. Those are for Pro. But you can upload any background into here just from Google. You don't have to use their generated ones. So I'm going to kind of play around with a couple of different options. I kind of want something a little bit lighter for this one, so let's try that. And I do like that quite a bit better. So what you can do is put that on the middle there and then on both sides, and then you can kind of just drag a little bit to kind of change the color, especially on the sides there. I wanted a little more of the red and the orange showing, so I'm going to kind of drag those over so that I get a little bit more of that color instead of the greens and blues. And I am going to go ahead and drag that same background over to these border areas. Those areas will print, so I just kind of want them to match the design. Especially those three on the left. I'm not so much worried about this one over here on the right because that will be the inner border, and so that will not be showing on the back of our final design. I'm going to delete this here because it's not necessary. And then I am going to move over to the middle here, and we are going to edit this to start our design here. So this is for a 1-year-old birthday party. So I'm just going to put Jason is turning 1 here. And then I'm also going to kind of just play with the font a little bit. For the design, I don't really like that initial font there. So I will play with that a little bit. Now that that is done and I like how that looks, I am going to go over to the files that I kind of pre-uploaded here, and I'm going to add a picture of his face actually. This is where the Canva Pro comes in really handy with the automatic background remover. That is like the best feature of Canva Pro. One thing you do have to notice here is when you kind of are moving the image around, it will try to snap into your background. And so you have to make sure that it doesn't do that. The way to make sure that it does not do that is on a Mac, you hold down the Command key, and on a Windows, you would hold down the Control key while you are moving that so that it does not snap like that. once you've got the picture where you want it, you can come up to the eraser. I like the pixel eraser, but either one will do the trick. And it opens just your image. And then I'm just gonna, make my mouse a little larger, but I'm gonna shave off kind of the bottom half. I don't really need the whole picture with its sweater and everything showing. So I'm just gonna erase and kind of just play with it a little bit so that it gets the look that I am looking for. And now I am just going to add in some of the character pieces to just incorporate the dancing fruit theme for this. Alright, so I've got my printout, and I'm going to just fold it to start. And as I go, I try not to like fully slide my fingers along because I just find that it can smudge the ink a little bit sometimes, just depending. So I kind of push there. Alright, and then we're going to do the same thing here. So again, I'm just kind of gently pushing down there. And then I do want to make sure, yeah, so that's fine. I would probably possibly go back and remove these dotted lines there, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, so I'm going to take my glue tape, and you can either do this section first or the bottom. I prefer to do the bottom first. And I'm going to do like 2 lines. You don't want it too close to the bottom because you are going to be trimming a bit there. And then I am going to push that down. Make sure you're doing the one that says inner border first because that's going to need to go over the top. And then before I put that last one, I'm just going to run down here as well. Now this part you do want it to be really close to the line. Okay. And then I'm going to get that down here and up there. And so now I've got kind of a pocket here. So I'm going to take my chips before you close anything up. And then you kind of have to shape them up a little bit to make them fit, right? And then you just slide them in there. Okay. Now I can go, just a little more, and I'm going to close up the top section here. And what I found the best way to do this is just to kind of put a couple strips going like this instead of trying to like awkwardly do a full line across. But you can do whatever seems to work for you. And then I kind of just go back just to make sure that it's not going to pop back open. Okay. And then I'm pushing, just sealing it. Alright. So that's looking pretty good. And you could just leave it like this if you wanted to. I did have to buy this paper crinkler specifically for this, so if you don't want to buy that, you'll be alright. But it does give like a cool added effect. So to use this, you're going to stick your paper just the very bottom edge in there in between. And then turn this just a little bit. So I'm turning just until kind of that bottom line is gone. And then check that out. That looks like an actual chip bag, which makes my day. And then I am going to do the top as well. Same thing. I find it takes usually like 2 to possibly 3 turns. Alright, so now I've got my ridges there. And then the last thing I'm going to do here is take my kind of serrated scissors here and just give it a trim at the top and bottom as well, just for that extra little piece of making it look authentic. Okay, so there you've got your line up there. Okay, and there is your custom chip bag, and then it looks super cute on the back too with the birthday facts. And the thing I love about these is you can really customize them. Like you can change the logo out there for if you want different options, or you can also get templates or just make your own template in Canva for like different size bags. If you wanted to do like goldfish that are come in the little smaller bag, or fruit snacks, you can do that too. Alright, if you made it this far, that is how we make our awesome custom chip bags. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!